Okay, so moving on, now that we talked about how to fall asleep easily, I want to stop and talk about how to stop waking up in the middle of the night. So there's usually two problems when I encounter people in the psychology world as a psychologist that are having problems sleeping. It's either problems falling asleep or problems staying asleep. So if this is you and you're waking up in the middle of the night, I want you to listen to these things that may help you get some higher quality sleep and stop waking up in the middle of the night. So first, I want to talk to you about this could be a sign of an untreated mood disorder. So again, in that sleep diary that I will link in this YouTube video if you're watching on YouTube, or I will link it in the show notes. This is going to help you identify if what's keeping you up at night or what's waking you up at night is due to any mood disorders like depression or anxiety. And getting those things treated a lot of the times could be the answer to your sleep problems. So be sure to get that sleep tracker because it's really going to increase your awareness. This may also be a sign of an untreated health condition if you're waking up a lot in the night, like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, night terrors, or thyroid problems. So you want to be sure to check out with your doctor if you're having problems waking up in the middle of the night, because this could also be a sign of a physical health issue. Moving on into some things, if you're noticing it's not a physical issue, it's not a mood issue, but you're still waking up in the middle of the night, the first thing is to limit your liquids before bedtime. I learned this the hard way as a pregnant woman because you're always having to pee. And so I was waking up constantly. So I wouldn't allow myself to drink liquids at least like a couple hours before bed. But just going to the bathroom, even if you don't feel like it's a pressure where you got to get out of the bed to go to the bathroom, just that awareness that you do have to pee even a little bit will wake you up in the night. Another thing that'll wake you up in the night is smoking. So smoking things like nicotine and marijuana, those have been known to wake you up in the middle of the night. So you might think that you're using those things to calm you down and relax you during the day, but they also affect your sleep quality, especially nicotine, and wake you up in the middle of the night. So if you are a smoker, I'm sure you have lots of advice to quit smoking, and this might be just another push to nudge you in that direction for better health and better sleep. Another thing you can do is make sure your bedtime temperature is not rising. So making sure that as you sleep in the middle of the night, that it's not getting warmer. So having things like a fan or regulating your temperature on your thermostat in your house is going to help you a lot, because you might be waking up just because you're hot. Another thing you can do with that is if you do notice yourself getting hot in the middle of the night, don't put the covers or the sheets over your feet. That's going to help cool you down and keep your body cool and help you sleep more. So that might be one thing you want to consider. Another thing that can help you if you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night is you may be a light sleeper, so a sound machine might be really helpful. Having a sound machine drowns out those noises in the background. If you're especially a hypervigilant person, light sleeper, having a sound machine can just help you rest a little bit more because it drowns out those little house noises and crickets while still having you'll still be able to hear if there's anything pressing that you need to wake up for. A tip that I did get from taking care of babies, again, is to make sure that your sound machine is one that can stay on the entire night and not set by a timer so it doesn't go off after a certain time, because that is going to end up waking you up by not having it anymore. So it's good to fall asleep, but it's also good to stay asleep. I like the white noise sound, but you can try other sounds that they have, like waterfalls, things like that. That's another thing that I've had since I've had my children, and it's been amazing how much it's helped me sleep better. Another thing that you can do is eliminate all the little lights in your room. So the alarm clock lights, or if there's a light on your humidifier, or if there's a little light from charging your computer, you want to cover those lights and really have it dark. This is going to be, again, helping with those circadian rhythms. It's dark now, telling your brain it's time for sleep. And even the tiniest little bit of light can signal your brain to wake up when it's not time to wake up. Another thing that you want to limit is your alcohol consumption. This is known, even though people think, oh, having a glass of wine right before bed is going to help me sleep, it actually works against you. So according to greatest.com, it can mess up your circadian rhythm, shorten your sleep cycles, and cause breathing issues like snoring or poor oxygen intake. By drinking alcohol before bed, you're trading a good night's rest for reduced sleep quality overall, which is not what we want. So limiting your alcohol is going to be another thing that's going to help you stop waking up in the middle of the night. So I really hope those tips help you stop waking up in the middle of the night.